This is ABC 15 Mornings.
He wants to shut down this country, and I want to keep it open.
The president has no plan.
The first presidential debate in the books. ABC 15 living up to our election promises. We're cutting through the noise of last night's exchanges, bringing you the big takeaways and reaction straight from the voters.
Plus, calls to defund the police have been heard in demonstrations in the Valley, but protests in the city of Phoenix are actually leading to more spending by the police department.
All new this morning, as part of our special series on community policing, we're taking you to Buckeye, where there's a new push to recruit more women to the department.
Robot dogs have long been the stuff of science fiction, but now they're making their way into the world, delighting and creeping out the internet. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us here on ABC 15 Mornings on CW 61 Arizona. I'm Allison Rodriguez.
And I'm Justin Pizzera. I do want to begin with our election coverage and the first presidential debate.
Everything he's saying so far is simply a lie.
I've done more than I've done in 47 years, Joe.
A chaotic debate staged last night as President Trump and rival Joe Biden had their first election showdown. The night touched on topics like the coronavirus, civil unrest, and the new Supreme Court nominee.
We should wait and see what the outcome of this election is.
We have a phenomenal nominee.
So neither candidate gave a clear plan on how they would want the country to move forward in the pandemic, rather arguing about who could do it better.
The president has no plan.
We got the masks. We made the ventilators. You wouldn't have made ventilators. And now we're weeks away from a vaccine.
I know how to do the job.
So as the conversation moved into civil unrest, President Trump dodged a question on whether he would condemn the white supremacist group known as Proud Boys.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
Are you
I'm
prepared to
do
specifically
that,
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Say it.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
Who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
So Joe Biden then accusing Trump of inflaming racial tensions.
Well, no doubt your news feeds are stirring with political conversations today following this debate. We spoke to one Arizona professor who teaches a presidential campaigning class. She tells us social media has more influence over this election than ever before, and it's important not to focus on what others are posting online, but rather focus on the issues that are impacting our country.
Pay attention to what the candidates stand for, what their policy positions are, rather than the little mess up here and there. Because it's those policy positions that are what are going to shape, things in the community in the years to come.
So what are the Arizona voters saying about last night's election? We want to bring in Mark Thompson live with us this morning, social distancing from home, with more on reaction from that debate. Mark, there aren't a lot of positive comments.
No, they're not, Allison. Good morning to you, first of all. But we made a promise here at ABC 15 that we would cut through all of the noise during this political cycle. But unfortunately, many of you say last night that's all you heard was noise. Take a look. Millions of you sat in front of your TV screens looking forward to hearing each candidate articulate his views about what is happening in the country, as well as what they expect to do over the next 4 years. The honest truth is that many of you feel that you watched two school-age children arguing and talking over one another for more than 90 minutes. More than 1,000 people went to the ABC 15 Facebook page to voice their frustrations. And Sherry Hines, for example, tells us that no one won this debate and the American people lost. So disappointing. While Luciana Lee suggests that the next two debates should have a mute button for anybody who tries to interrupt. Karen Wiswell, she posted, tonight's debate was a brawl. I don't think that it changed anyone's mind, but at this point, it's hard to believe that people haven't already decided who they are going to be voting for. I think tonight, anger got the best of both of them. Now, the vice presidential debate, that's coming up in a week or so, and hopefully we can see some more civility in that one. The next presidential debate, it's going to be coming up in 2 weeks. here's an important point. The next debate, it's going to be a town hall style. So it's going to be a different format. Each of the candidates, they're going to be answering questions directly from the audience, which is going to be in South Florida. And so maybe this will produce a different result. Maybe this will produce a debate where there is some more substance instead of just a lot of noise. Reporting live this morning, Mark Thompson, ABC 15 Arizona. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Mark. So following last night's debate, both candidates are back on the campaign trail. President Trump paying a visit to the battleground state of Minnesota today. He's holding a Make America Great Again event at Duluth International Airport. This will be the president's third trip to Minnesota since March. And Joe Biden is kicking off a train tour. He's holding 7 events today during a rail ride through Ohio, neighboring Pennsylvania. Among those stops, Alliance, Pittsburgh, and Johnstown. Now stick with ABC 15 mornings on CW61 Arizona as we bring you coverage from the first presidential debate. Coming up in our next hour, we are going to be speaking live with a representative from Lucha. That's the group Living United for Change in Arizona for their reaction to this debate.
All right, time is now 7:06. More headlines are coming up, but first let's give you a check of that most accurate forecast as we feel those temperatures outside, and they feel real good. We are talking 70s right now for a lot of us, even some spots dropping into the 60s like Glendale and Chandler. So another nice and cooler start to our day, which I hope you'll enjoy, because this afternoon we are climbing to 104 degrees. It's a dry day. It's a sunny day out there. But, you know, it's a hot day. We shouldn't be this warm for this time of year. It is technically the last day of monsoon, but, you know, no rain. That's been very typical for this monsoon. Here, we just have more heat. We're tracking triple digits through the weekend and beyond. I'm going to show you how long those will last in the full, most accurate forecast. But for now, let's get a check of our roads with Chelsea Davis, who's got an eye on our morning commute. Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, Allison. Good morning to you and good morning to everybody at home. If you're getting ready to hit the road right now, things are looking great for the East Valley and North Valley. Lots of green flows into and out of downtown Phoenix. If you go surface street level, though, we do have a crash that's on Baseline and Mill. This is just below US 60, just there. So if you need to travel and get by, Guadalupe or Rural could be an option. I'm not seeing any closures associated with this one, just giving you a heads up. North Valley, green flows as well, like I mentioned earlier. And from the west side of town, a little stop and go as you travel eastbound between Loop 101 to the mini stack. That desert drive time is 27 minutes. It's the longest one we have, so just factor in a few extra moments there, or you can use surface streets like Van Buren or even McDowell.
To continue our series on community policing, coming up, we take a closer look at the Buckeye Police Department and one officer who's paving the way for women to join the force.